Going into the people space, especially as a people leader and as a practitioner for the very first time, is very much like going through the 7 stages of grief. At first, you're just like, whoa, I'm in shock. What is this? You go through the sadness, you go through the anger, you go through the learning phase, you go through the healing, and then you kind of cycle through that a little bit, but then you realize that it's not actually grief, but more so the learning of the unknown that you're leaning into. I would say be ready for your day to be quite unordinary and be open to outcome and not attached to outcome. If you're feeling like you know the answer to something, because also when you're a first-time people leader, you want to put some points on the board, right? But I think coming into that type of role, curiosity is your best friend and your best asset, because you also have the, hey, I'm new here badge that you can wear. And it allows you to really question things in a very different way, right? I would say always, if you feel like you know the answer to something, and especially when you don't, ask a question. Ask what the next best question is, even if it means it's the tiniest thing. Why are equity plans structured this way, right? Or why don't new hires get that same thing that, you know, folks here? I mean, it's an opportunity for you to learn the culture just as much. I would say one of the things that I thought was really formidable for me when I was working in my first head of people role was part of my job training was going and becoming an auctioneer for an entire week in the summer in Georgia. And really living the role, not even letting them know. It was almost like an undercover boss kind of thing, but it was really being able to see and have a sense of wonder to what your employee base actually does. When you're a startup, it's hard because everybody knows, but there's nothing like sitting next to somebody and getting curious, or even just saying, hey, can I take a couple customer calls with you? And having that curiosity about you, because it will supercharge how you think about your strategy.